Well, I don't make videos much. Don't really have a lot of time, but I've been working on something at the minute, and I think, although I've been kind of doing the trick for a while, I'm at a point now where I feel kind of confident that I could start doing it mainstream. I learnt the techniques a while back from a guy called Brian Watson. Went to one of his master classes, and I thought it was a fantastic class, very intensive, and I came away knowing quite a bit more than I did already. But it's putting that together and it's making it fit me, really, because Brian's great and he does a fantastic version of this routine, but it fits him well. And I was happy with it, but I kind of had to change the pattern a little bit, although a lot of the techniques are still the same. So thanks, Bri. So I'm going to do it for you. No sugar, by the way. And your feedback would be appreciated, probably. Can't guarantee it, but I'll look at your feedback with the eyes squinted a little bit in case it's bad. But anyway, I'll do the trick. See what you think. You must have been to London, come across those dodgy guys on the corner of the street where they're asking you to put your £10 next to the cup where you think the ball is. You must have seen that. There's always a couple of guys spotting for them because it's highly illegal. A lot of the techniques they use are very underhand, very sneaky. So this routine that Brian taught us at this intensive day is based on that sort of sleight of hand, really. The guys that you normally see perform this, they use a ball and 3 cups. The idea behind it is you put your ball under the cup, you kind of move the cups around, you put your £10 down or your £20 down. They'll let you win a few times and then they'll start taking your money from you. In my experience, they have to start off with at least 1 ball, right? Otherwise there's no point playing the game. And there's nothing wrong with starting with 1 ball. It's quite unusual for a fella to have just 1 ball though. Most of the fellas I know have got 2. And the other thing with this is, because they cheat and they tell you that they put the ball under this cup and they really don't, because you think they've got 2, it's equally impressive and unusual for a bloke to have 3 balls. It's also very rare that guys will tell you what they're going to do before they do it. For instance, it becomes a game of cat and mouse. Where do you think the balls are? It's always about the second guess, it's always about the third guess. But very often, the ball will always end up in the least expected place. But now we have 3. The secret's out of the bag. I've got a little bit of fluff on there as well. Look at that. It's not one of my hairs, I can guarantee it. So now the secret's out of the bag. We're going to play a balancing game. This is free, by the way. It doesn't come at any extra charge. I'm just going to balance the cups on the balls. It allows you to see that I do in fact have 3 balls and 3 cups. They are no longer empty because underneath each cup is 1 ball. I'm about to tell you what's about to happen. The ball underneath this cup, I'm going to take away, put it in this pouch behind me. It's then going to reappear back underneath this cup. But eventually, all 3 balls will end up under the centre cup. So keep your eye out for that. So let's get started. We have 1 ball under this cup. I did say to you that it's going to end up underneath that centre cup after I've put it away in here. Now, to be going on with, we have 1 empty cup, 1 ball under the cup. I'm going to put this ball away. Now that this ball's away, we can work on this ball. You see, this ball is also going to disappear from here, back under here, and then eventually underneath that cup. But again, let me show you, there's nothing here at all. Well, when the balls start to reappear, it is very quick. For instance, this ball here has already reappeared. But I did say it was going to be quick, didn't I? Already come back. This ball's going to come back too, but first of all, we need to get rid of this one. But let's just be certain that the ball underneath here, there's still just one ball underneath that cup. This ball has already come back. But I said it would. And now, like I said, this ball is going to reappear. Let me just double check here. This ball is definitely going to reappear underneath the centre cup with all the others. And I think that's a great way to demonstrate the practical nature of what I do. I think it's a great way to demonstrate that Brian Watson is in fact a fantastic teacher. But that, ladies and gentlemen, is my version of the classic cups and balls. From time to time, however, if you watch the film back, you may notice that you may get a glimpse of a ball that I said that I'd previously put away. You may think to yourself, well, I actually saw that. He said he put it away, but he didn't. Well, the sleight of hand and the misdirection is the key to this routine. Because from time to time, performers like me allow you to glimpse what we use, allow you to become in on the trick. You see, the thing is, if you're focusing on these three balls, if you get a glimpse of any one of these three balls, it takes your eye away from the bigger picture. And once your eye is away from the bigger picture, anything can happen. For instance, you would never have expected a tomato, would you? The tomato is unusual. Now we're getting on to my favourite flavours of vodka, tomato vodka. We have Vodka Revolution in Nottingham. There's great flavours of vodka, any flavour you can name. So tomato, Bloody Mary is a fantastic thing. Tomato flavoured vodka is great. I'm also quite partial to lemon vodka. I do like a lemon vodka, it kind of refreshes the palate a little bit. And obviously if you have a lemon, you have lime, which complements each other. But what's it all made of, really? I mean, where does vodka come from? Well, I'll tell you. Vodka comes from the humble potato, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm not saying that drink has anything to do with what I do, but I am partial to the odd vodka now and then. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is actually my version of the classic cups and balls. What do you think?